It is that time. Well, it's actually a day after that time, but we're going to do it anyway. We usually call it Monday Mirages. It's your opportunity to get down with us as Goz throws out a situation, topic, something that happened in the world of sports, and we decide whether it's real, which would mean that it should happen again, and we believe in it, or a mirage, which means it's just a trick on the eyes.
First one, real or mirage, the Green Bay Packers offered the least favorable matchup for the New York Giants in the NFC playoffs.
Wow. I'm going to say Mirage. You mean for the first round though?
I'm saying the entire playoffs.
Of anybody from the NFC?
Least favorable of all those teams.
Wow. That is a tough one. I don't think you can beat Dallas 3 times. I definitely worse than the Lions. Dallas is good. I think Dallas is the hardest that's left. Hands down.
So you're going Mirage.
I'm going to go Mirage.
I thought about going Dallas too, but I'm going real. I can't change what I went with last week. Last week I said it was Green Bay. I almost switched because of the injuries in the secondary, but I've watched the Giants beat the Cowboys. The players haven't changed. It's going to be the same rosters out there if they play each other again in the divisional round. And Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. If I had to get the draft now, all right, guys, pick any quarterback you want for the playoffs in the NFC. Who you taking? I'm taking Aaron Rodgers, and then I ask if I could take Aaron Rodgers again. Aaron Rodgers is who I don't want to see. It's nothing against the Giants. It's any team in the playoffs. So
I have a question.
Real. Yes.
Have we advanced to Star Trek medical knowledge where we can mend a bone by spraying something on your leg?
I don't think so.
Oh, then okay, Aaron Rodgers.
I feel bad that the answer was yes, and I had no idea. I've really missed out on the opportunity.
If the answer was yes, the Raiders would have won in Denver, and they'd be the 2 seed, okay? Or maybe even the 1.
We'll go to number 2 here. Real or Mirage, Todd Bowles should have remained as the New York Jets head coach.
Let me start by saying I prefer the way they handled it, but Mirage. He lost the team, man. I mean, I'm hoping that he proves me wrong in 2017, and with the right staff underneath him, he gets it done, because we do pull the trigger way too fast. But he lost. I mean, like, when you looked at the way they held themselves on the sideline, the way they played games, Todd Bowles lost this team, and he lost them early. So I wouldn't have had a problem with them if they had said, go bye-bye Todd Bowles.
I'm actually going the opposite way here. I feel real because of the changes we're seeing now. If you're going to blow up everything, and I'm talking all the coordinators basically are gone, the quarterback's going to be new, and the coach, then isn't it on ownership and the GM that they made all those decisions poorly? I'd like to at least find out where the problem is. If Todd Bowles is your head coach and you believe, hey, he's won double-digit games for us before with a borderline starter in the NFL, what can he do when we give him a real starter? Or
you know how many Jets fans have been waiting for a real starting quarterback?
They have really been waiting a long time.
They've been through a lot.
If you can get some different coordinators in there, then hey, maybe he can improve. They can't get much worse than 5-11 this season. So give Todd Bowles another chance. I'm fine with it. Real. He should have stayed.
Who's on the phone? Cleveland and San Francisco. They want to say yes, you can. You can get far, far worse.
Let's hope it doesn't get that bad for Jets fans.
Like I said, I like that they didn't just fire him, because I think that when you just fire a coach, you're making a mistake a lot of times. But again, like just saying, seeing the way the players reacted, I wouldn't have blamed them if they did.
Real or Mirage, Levack? You watched this team play over the weekend. The Oakland Raiders can win a playoff game without Derek Carr.
Real, but not really real sure about it. Here's the problem. So, great seats I got to see. I was on the Raiders sideline, 22 rows back. So I was seeing the interactions on the sideline as well as out in the field. Second game I went to this year for the Raiders. I saw him in Baltimore too. Derek Carr comes out on that field, and from the second he's on the sideline till the game is over, he does not stop moving. He's bobbing, he's talking to people. Even when he's standing still, he's like swaying. Like he's caged in. It's like a lion walking back and forth before it jumps out and kills you. There was no movement on the sideline. Like there was nothing. The only movement on the sideline were McGloin and Cook throwing the ball to each other. And even that, I think they were incompleting passes to each other, just warming up. So if somebody could be the emotional leader to get that team working, like I don't know if Carr can go with them to Houston now. I don't know if like after your surgery, whenever you can travel in a plane, but if they can get their minds right and get that attitude up, they'll be okay. But right now, they look like they were playing in mud without him.
For me, it feels like that the Oakland Raiders just getting to the playoffs is good enough for the fan base. And you know this, 2002 was the last time this team even had a winning record. So if they don't win, it might be satisfying enough. I'm not dodging the question. Unfortunately, I have to go with, can the Oakland Raiders win a playoff game without Derek Carr? I got to go Mirage. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet from this roster we're now dealing with that I have enough confidence to say they're going to go out and beat the Houston Texans. Even though they're starting Brock Osweiler, the defense hasn't been a big enough strength for Oakland to have me think they can take over the game against Osweiler.
Let me give you a little real and Mirage.
All right.
With the matchup of Connor Cook versus Brock Osweiler, the Raiders-Texans playoff game is the least attractive this weekend.
Real. That's real.
Yeah, right? I mean, it is. Giants-Packers, that's a must-watch. It's a must-watch. Lions-Seahawks, offense or defense, it'll be fun to watch either way. And then Dolphins-Pittsburgh.
Dolphins have a good enough rushing game that they could at least slow down the clock. It could be a 13-10 final.
It's not going to happen.
No?
No.
I think Miami puts up a better fight than people realize in that game.
They put up a fight at all. I think they look like literal dolphins on dry land. I think that's what it's going to look like.
Let's stick with the AFC East here for this next one to Monday Mirages. Real or Mirage, Doug Whaley is the general manager of the Buffalo Bills. Doug Whaley's press conference yesterday. Our guys, Joe Biscaglia, Sal Capaccio, Sal Mariano, you should have seen some of the things they were ripping into, calling the Bills a dumpster fire because of how Whaley handled this. Whaley was asked about Rex Ryan by the media. Here's his response and the question.
You have not thought about the decision to fire Rex Ryan?
I have not, because my job is to go from the decision and move this organization forward. So that would be wasted time. And I'd rather put that time and effort into going forward.
This is hold on. Right here.
Is to go from the decision. And
does anybody else feel like Doug Whaley doesn't know what his job is?
You have that. Him not thinking about firing his head coach, and then the other part of the press conference where he talks about that he wasn't in on the conversation.
No, allegedly what happened is they were all on a conference call. It was Rex, it was Whaley, it was Pegulas. And Rex asked to speak to the Pegulas alone. Whaley hangs up, and the Pegulas can Rex. That's allegedly the way it went down.
And Whaley had no input on it. Hasn't thought about the head coach getting moved. The Pegulas make the move. What is he doing?
Dude, he is... all right. What was the real Mirage again? Is he the head?
Is he the general manager?
No, he's not. But he is. Like, that's the problem. Like, he's the worst general manager I think I've seen north of San Francisco. But he's there. They kept him. I would have canned him before I canned Rex.
It's a Mirage. You're right. I mean, we see Jerry Jones as the owner and the GM, but he doesn't. And we know he's the GM. He's the one who makes the decisions.
They got better when he kind of backed off and let his kid and everybody make decisions.
No doubt. And Doug Whaley talks about bosses have bosses. And that's true that sometimes in management positions, the upper management may help you make the decision whether you like it or not. But if that's going to be the case for the Pegulas, then don't have Doug Whaley. Just do it yourself.
And there's no question in my mind, if you go back to Rex's hiring, to last offseason, Doug Whaley does not like Rex Ryan. Doug Whaley wanted to get rid of Rex Ryan from the beginning. Rex Ryan was not Doug Whaley's guy. Either do a victory lap right now and say, well, we knew that we were, you can say it politically correctly, but say that you're happy he's gone and you're looking forward to moving on.
When they hired Rex Ryan, they had a committee decide. So again, the GM's not the one making the lone decision. Now he says he's going to have some input on this decision too. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Once he says the other stuff, everything else I assume is garbage.
I can walk down the hall to our boss right now and I can say, this is what I want for this. And if it's what they wanted for this, they'll go, good call. And if it's not, they'll be like, no, you're not getting that. You're getting this. Like it's just how it happens, but at least I don't live in a false world where I think I have some say.
I love our bosses, and they look better every day I work here.
You are such a sucker.
Real or Mirage? Big Ten football was overrated this season.
God, it's got to be real. I mean, I never would have thought it. It's got to be real. 3-7 in bowl games. Michigan loses to Florida State. Iowa to Florida. Ohio State, the cream of the crop, got crop dusted I mean, it's sad but true. Yeah, the Big Ten not as good as I thought it was. That's for dang sure.
Mirage for me. We're not getting a real feel on a Big Ten conference when they have to wait 5 weeks to play another football game. It's like telling a student, hey, you had a great year in class. Well, you're going to take your test instead of June in August. Good luck. He probably is going to fail and not be as good as a student anymore.
10 of your 14 teams made bowl games and only 3 of them won. Okay, first of all, you suck because you're the big 14. Okay, be honest with everybody.
Last one quickly here, real Mirage. Ronda Rousey's trainer, Edwin Tarvarian, is the reason she lost to Amanda Nunes.
Oh, Mirage. She lost because she doesn't like to get punched in the face, which doesn't make her a bad person. No, you've seen this twice now. You brought up earlier. It looked very similar to the Holly Holm fight. Look, is it his fault that she's not a very good boxer? I don't know. But being punched in the face is something that you just don't become accustomed to. I've been punched in the face before. It's not fun.
No, I don't want to volunteer for that anytime soon. The big critics on social media, the Ronda fans are, it's his fault. What happened in 13 months? How did she not improve in a year? But it's the fight sport. I mean, if she's going at someone, going for the takedown, and she's getting popped in the face, he can only do so much as a trainer.
And again, I made this point earlier. For a generation, every female fighter in the world has studied Ronda Rousey as they're coming up. Because she has been the most dominant and still is one of the great all-time female fighters in the history of the world. That's it. She is. You can't take that away from her. But the book is written. If you have solid striking and you can keep her from taking you down, you can win. And Amanda Nunes, when Mike Tyson said it, everybody's got a game plan until you punch him in the face. Okay? She got punched in the face, and the game plan went out the window with the jaw and the teeth.
It's over.
It's the teeth right there.
Really Mirage.
That's a
Monday
Mirage.
Mirage.
I just found out what a Mirage was. It's made by Mitsubishi. Love Mirages. I'm going to buy one for my baby mamas.